the Changemaker profile helped us to start introduce the language of change, and without labelling and putting people in boxes, helped everyone to see the role that they could play, and it was phenomenal. In the 40-year history of SEMTA, it's probably the most successful people initiative that's ever been delivered. The chief executive raves about it. We've got members of the exec team trained as accredited GCologists in the Changemaker profile, and it's really been something that the business has embraced, and we're still using it in different ways a year down the line. This is a business that, although we have worked in the sector of skills for a long, long time, was very dubious around psychometrics. You know, anybody who works with engineers will know that everything is logical. It's black and white. There is a measurement. There's no ifs, buts, and maybes or any middle ground. And it was really important that this wasn't about putting people in boxes and having an elite group and a group that couldn't do change. This was about everybody playing their part, but knowing what part to play and what voice they could bring to the conversation. And, you know, in a time when, you know, inclusivity and diversity is key, it was a truly inclusive programme that we started to deliver that continues to today. When people are joining the business, they start with their Changemaker profile, so we can then tailor induction. We think about what proclivities would work really well in a role, so that it's really communicated when we do our selection process, when we do our advertising. And just in the last few weeks, we've been designing our performance management system going forward. Again, thinking about the Changemaker profile and what proclivities people will need when they do certain pieces of work, which will enable them to be successful, and how we might put project teams together. So it's still continuing to be a core fundamental part of what we do and a language in the business. And it's at the point now where people will say, oh, just dial your polisher down a bit, will you? Or, you know, come on, dial up your inner strategist. And it's become a non-threatening, really inclusive language that we can use. And it helps us to, you know, build better relationships and better teams. We've seen lots of benefits. So we have an internal employee satisfaction index. We use a system called Motivate, which means we take a pulse survey every week around how people are feeling, how they're working. And we've seen a 10-point increase year on. So from this point time last year to this point in time this year, a 10-point increase in employee satisfaction. And much of that can be derived back to the way we've used the Changemaker profile. I would like to say we've created a movement. Yeah, we've got 100, I would say, cheerleaders of the Changemaker profile here at Enginuity. So at the moment, as part of our digital transformation, we're establishing our new project management office and our digital transformation kind of version 2, because we're a year in now, so we're taking stock and thinking about where we go next. Looking at the digital products we build, how might we use the Changemaker profile to help engineers of the future understand what impact they can have on organisations, not just for the people who work for Enginuity, and also looking at how we share these lessons across the sector, because, you know, every organisation is unique. But I think everybody needs a genuine universal language of change, given what we've faced over the last 6 months. And, you know, some of the challenges we're facing as we move forward as a result of COVID, I believe the Changemaker profile could help us.